Welcome back to Nintendo Switchcraft. Today we're going to be talking about rumors of a Nintendo Direct, Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. There's a new Nintendo Switch, and we've got Fitness Boxing 2, as well as a very cool looking game called Blue Fire. Before we get started on all of this, make sure that you click on all of the buttons down below. They really do help. And if you are listening to this show as a podcast, you can always watch the show over at nerdnest.tv. Let's get started. It always seems like it's time for Nintendo Direct rumors. They are always flying around on Twitter and YouTube. And of course, every once in a while, I buy into them and I'm like, oh man, we're going to have a Nintendo Direct soon. And I really felt like it was roughly about time for a Nintendo Direct. But then we got a bunch of new information about a bunch of different stuff that you would think would really do well in a Nintendo Direct. But it was released all piecemeal instead. So even though I'm seeing rumors or chatter on Twitter about a Nintendo Direct, I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. Because if it were, then I think that they would have held back on the stuff that they just showed us. So what did they just show us? Well, they did just show us, finally, a look into Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. Now, if you are unfamiliar, Super Mario 3D World was the 3D Mario that came to the Wii U. It's a really great game. You end up playing as Cat Mario or Cat Peach or Cat Toad or Cat Luigi, and it is a 4-player or up to 4-player co-op game. It's very fun, and I really enjoyed the hell out of it on the Nintendo Wii U. Well, only 13.7 million people bought a Wii U, and of those people who bought a Wii U, they didn't all buy this game, and so that means this awesome game a lot of people missed out on, and Nintendo is trying to correct that. And at the same time, they're trying to find a way to get people like myself who did play that game to buy it all over again. And I don't blame them. So what are they doing? They're adding in this plus Bowser's Fury. Now, I don't really care about the main game all that much because I've already played it. I'll probably play it again. It's not super long and it's really fun, but that's not the part that I'm super interested in. The part that I'm super interested in is the Bowser's Fury. And we'll talk about that in just a second. But first, I just want to remind everybody that the Super Mario 3D World on the Wii U was not online multiplayer. On the Switch, it is. Whether or not that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing, who knows? So let's talk about Bowser's Fury. They showed us a trailer which showed some of the regular Super Mario 3D World stuff, and then they tacked in the Bowser's Fury stuff. And there's some really cool stuff in there. In the trailer, they show what looks to be like this weird black goop, which is all throughout the oceans and covering Bowser's shell. And Bowser's shell just keeps growing and growing and growing. And it looks to be like a bunch of lighthouses have the tops of the lighthouses are covered with this goop. So my guess is when you're playing the Bowser's Fury part of the game, you have to go to each lighthouse, unlock it in order to get the cat shines. And this is all very cat themed. Get the cat shines in order to finish the game. Now, Bowser looks absolutely amazing in this trailer. He is huge. People are saying he's like Kaiju Bowser. He's absolutely massive. And Mario looks like Super Saiyan Cat Mario. He's yellow cat, glowing craziness, and he's going up against Bowser, and it looks really awesome. I'm very excited for this. Nintendo says the moment has finally arrived for Mario to assume a fearsome new feline form. He'll need all the help he can get since Bowser has become gargantuan and lost all control. In a new trailer, Nintendo tore back the curtains to reveal additional footage from the upcoming Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury game, which is launching on February 12th. Now, I was kind of half and half on whether or not I was going to pick this one up. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be picking this one up now. because of the Bowser's Fury stuff that was added to it. If it was just a small, this feels like it's a bigger add-on. If it was just a small add-on, then I think that I would have ignored it. But this seems really big, like lots of stuff to do. And that game is really fun. And I'm looking forward to playing some online stuff with maybe with some of you. If you haven't already joined our Discord, make sure that you click on the link in the description down below, or you can just type in nerdnest.tv/Discord if you're listening to the podcast. All right. Along with that announcement, Nintendo also unveiled a new Nintendo Switch. Now, I know recently we were talking about a Switch Pro being on the way, or the possibility of a Switch Pro being on the way, I should say instead. And you know what? That's still a possibility. What they showed off the other day has zero to do with that. It doesn't make it more likely. It doesn't make it less likely. So what did they show off? Well, they showed off a new Nintendo Switch. They call it the Mario Red and Blue Edition system. It has this red and blue color scheme in honor of Mario's outfit. The special hardware is going to be available at most retailers on February 12th, the same day that Super Mario 3D World comes out. And it is the first time that the Switch system itself will be in a new color. Usually when you get a new like a Nintendo Switch, the Nintendo Switch is just black, and you get these the special themed dock and special themed Joy-Cons. This one comes with an actually red Nintendo Switch. So I'm holding up my black Nintendo Switch. All of the black stuff on there is red instead, which I think looks really cool. The Joy-Con grip is blue. The Joy-Cons are Mario red themed. The dock is red themed, and it even comes with a red and blue case that is red with some Mario iconography on it and a very cool looking blue zipper. If you are somebody who doesn't have a Nintendo Switch and you are thinking about getting one, I think this one looks really, really awesome. However, in my opinion, unless you are dead set on playing it on a TV, I would recommend you get a Switch Lite instead. Save an extra $100 and just play it in handheld mode. It's more comfortable, and honestly, it's more portable. It just feels better in the hand. Honestly, if I didn't do any content creation where I had to record stuff off of my Nintendo Switch, then I would absolutely be going with a Switch Lite instead. So while this thing looks really cool, I still think a Switch Lite is better. And I kind of wish that they had put out a Switch Lite that had these same colors as well, so that people who want to get the cheaper version, the lighter version, the more portable version, could do so, but still, I guess, celebrate Mario. A few days ago, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game, was released on a bunch of different platforms, including the Nintendo Switch. I got a copy of it on Stadia, and I've been playing. It is really, really hard, but it's also really fun. If you haven't played it, it's an old school side-scrolling beat 'em up, and I think that you would probably really, really like it if that's your kind of game. Think like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time, that style of game, Streets of Rage, Final Fight. If you like those kind of games, you will probably enjoy Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the game. I will say this, it's got some fantastic chiptune music. So if you're a fan of chiptune music, I think that you will also enjoy the soundtrack for the game. We've got some DLC on the way for Fitness Boxing 2 Rhythm and Exercise. They say this intense workout will see your instructor get a little feisty to push you past your plateau. Get ready for a fierce regimen with Janice, Martina, and Sophie take their gloves off and give you extra motivation you'll need. You'll be entering the ring to join the ruthless versions of Lynn, Evan, Karen, and Hero, who just launched last month. Don't worry, you can always change back to the mellower versions of your trainer whenever you feel like cooling off. The No Mercy DLC is currently available for free on the Nintendo eShop. So basically, they're saying, look, if you're looking for a little bit more from your workout with Fitness Boxing 2, now you can have trainers that are mean to you. Sure, I guess. I'm curious if there's anybody out there who has picked up Fitness Boxing 2. What do you think of it? I do know that there's a demo available, and I remember playing the demo for the first one, and I thought, this is, I can see how you could get a decent workout doing this, but I did not like the music, so it just wasn't for me. I'm curious how many people out there have Fitness Boxing 2 and are enjoying it. We have a release date for Pokemon Snap. That's right. If you've forgotten, which I think most of us did, a while back, Nintendo unveiled that they were bringing back Pokemon Snap on the Nintendo Switch. And then I was like, wow, that's a pretty huge deal. Not for me, because I never played the original. I have no nostalgia for the original, but I know that there's a lot of people out there who really, really loved the original Pokemon Snap game. And so they're going to be very excited about this. The release date for the game is April 30th. Now, this is one of those games that I think screams that it needs to have Labo. There is a camera Labo set. If you don't know what Labo is, it's this weird. Nintendo somehow found a way to sell us a box of cardboard. But basically, you get a box of cardboard from Nintendo, and then you fold and cut the cardboard into the right shape. You put the Joy-Cons in, you put the Nintendo Switch in, and now you've got a VR camera, which is perfect for a game like Pokemon Snap. So if you don't know what Pokemon Snap is, basically it's like an on-rails shooter, but instead of shooting the Pokemon, you are taking pictures of them, and you're trying to get the best pictures that you can. The original came out on the Nintendo 64, and now we've got a new one coming to the Nintendo Switch called New Pokemon Snap. I don't know that I'm super excited for it, but I know that there are a lot of people who are. So Pokemon Snap, April 30th. Are you going to be picking it up? Let me know in the comment section down below. Nintendo also has a bunch of games on sale. This sale started back over the new year, and I just want to remind people that it's still going. Games like Clubhouse Games is on sale for $27. You can pick up Immortals Phoenix Rising for $40, Super Mario Maker 2 for $41, Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 for $30, Ori and the Will of the Wisps for $25. There are so many games that are on sale right now. I will say, looking through this list, must-buy game, Killer Queen Black. It's a really fun multiplayer battle arena style game, side-scrolly 8-bit competitive arcade game. It's very interesting. And Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 is only $9. If you are a fan of Lego games, then you definitely want to pick this up. And then finally, I'll shout out one more that should be picked up, and that's Snipper Clips. If you have not played Snipper Clips on Nintendo Switch, it is one of the games that pretty much launched with the Nintendo Switch, and it kind of blew everybody away. You play as these weird little pieces of paper. If you overlap with the other piece of paper and hit the clip button, you can cut out the paper in order to make shapes and solve puzzles. Don't pick this game up if you have a Switch Lite. Don't pick this game up if you don't have other people to play with. But if you have a regular Switch and other people to play with, then Snipper Clips is fantastic. And for $13, you can't go wrong. I mean, honestly, the regular price is $20, and you can't go wrong there. So getting this for $13, or well, I guess 14 because of the 99, is even better. Hey everybody, Bill from the future here. I did the whole damn show. I forgot to talk about Blue Fire. So a lot of you were probably wondering, well, he mentioned Blue Fire at the beginning of the show. What is it? It is a 3D platforming game. The combat in the game, just from the video that I saw, is very reminiscent to me of Zelda-style combat, but faster paced. It looks really, really great. I love how fluid the character moves. I really like the art style too. All of the characters have this weird, like, black faces with glowing eyes. And when I say black, I mean like pitch black faces, which is really starkly contrasted with the super clean white contrast of like the character's hair and stuff like that. Very minimalist designs, and the combat looks really cool. Here's what they have to say about it on Nintendo's website. Embark on an extraordinary journey through the desolated kingdom of Penumbra and discover the hidden secrets of this long forgotten land. Explore mystical temples, encounter survivors, and take on strange quests to collect valuable items. Along your adventure, slash your way through daunting adversaries, roam across mysterious and abandoned regions, leap through deadly traps, and ultimately master the art of movement. And when you watch the video, you can see that this game is all about fluid movement, and it looks really, really great. So this is definitely a game that I'm looking forward to. It comes out on February 4th. I don't know if I'm going to pick it up right away, and the reason why is because Super Mario 3D World is coming out just a few days after that, and I know that I'm going to play a lot of Super Mario 3D World, whereas Blue Fire, I may or may not, it may or may not land for me. Who knows? So I might wait until it goes on sale. I might wait until I just finish something else. I know I just finished playing Hyrule Warriors, and I said that I was going to pick up Hades, but that was before I realized that Super Mario 3D World was right around the corner. So Hades is going to have to wait, and Blue Fire is definitely going to have to wait because Super Mario 3D World is taking priority, I think, over everything else. All right, well, that's it for this episode of Nintendo Switchcraft. Thank you for hanging out with me. Don't forget to click all of the buttons down below. And if you are listening to the podcast and you want to watch the show, head on over to nerdnest.tv and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.